Subscribe to us at ULO, and never miss out on our weekend and racing festival tips. Remember, this week it is going to be every race, every day for the Cheltenham Festival, with Lossiemouth scoring as our nap on day 1. Also, remember to check out the ULO Weekender podcast on Spotify to get full analysis of the big races coming your way. On to the second day of the Cheltenham Festival, where the Champion Chase is the feature, and there is preview of this on the ULO Weekender on Spotify. Once again, the handicaps are the trappy races to be risking your money on. But Dan Skelton is a skilled operator here, so Be Aware looks a decent choice for the Coral Cup. Later on, in the Grand Annual, we'll side with Gavin Cromwell's My Mate Mozzie. Wednesday's nap is Ballyburn, lining up in the Brown Advisory Novices Chase. The outstanding novice hurdler last season, including Grade 1 honours here, Ballyburn couldn't stay with an exuberant Sergino at Kempton in the Christmas meeting, but should be winning this. With no Sergino in the lineup, Ballyburn justified the short odds-on price in the Ladbrokes Novice Chase at Leopardstown last time out, and this step up in trip is sure to suit. Stablemate Dancing City looks better the further he goes, and was a Grade 1 winner over this trip at Aintree last year, so rates the main threat, while another Closutton inmate, Lecky Watson, looks a super each-way angle. Ballyburn to confirm his superiority in this division with victory here. Our next best is John Bon, going to post in the feature, the Champion Chase. It's about time that John Bon won this Grade 1 at Cheltenham, having won the Grade 2 Schloer Chase here for the last 2 years. Beaten by El Fabiolo in 2023, and absent last year when the 7 Barrows yard of Nicky Henderson wasn't at the races, so to speak, this brilliant chaser deserves his day in the sun on the biggest stage of all. Dual winner of the Champion Chase, Energy Mean is 11 now, so might be lacking for pace on ground this quick, but cannot be written off. While Supreme Novices winner, Marine, Nationale, and the Progressive Solness, both have valid claims if John Bon is not at his very best. John Bon to finally nail the big one here at Cheltenham, and there'll be no more popular winner this week. Getting things underway on Wednesday, it's an absolutely fascinating opener, where the Irish have a particularly strong hand with Final Demand and the Yellow Clay. It could be that hot favourite Final Demand will demolish the opposition here, if he can repeat the sort of run that saw him win by 12 lengths at the Dublin Racing Festival, and we're sure we haven't seen the best of him yet. The choice of Paul Townend Final Demand has been backed in this week. However, we are going to buck the trend and go for Dan Skelton's The New Lion, who was quickly added to the JP McManus team after waltzing home in the Challow Hurdle at Newbury, for an undisclosed sum. The New Lion is bred to stay, so won't be wanting for stamina coming up Cheltenham's stiff finish, and that just tips the scales in his favour. The Yellow Clay is another fine novice hurdler, and would be expected to be in the mix, but might be wanting more cut in the ground, so the New Lion is the one to follow. These are the three, so an exotic looks tempting. The cross-country chase is always a bit of a specialist event, so it's always better to side with experience, so it's Galvin for us this year. Runner-up here to stablemate Delta Work in 2023, Galvin is 11 now, but still capable of winning this. He won't be lacking for stamina around here, and expect Galvin to be in the mix with the well-fancied Stumptown and Late Night Pass, who was third to Stumptown in December over this track, but now gets an 8-pound pull in the weights. Mr. Coffee split that pair in that December race. And this completes the shortlist, with Galvin getting our vote. For the closer, it's a typically open champion bumper where there's any amount of chances. Though Willie Mullins has, not surprisingly, filled plenty of the top spots in the anti-post markets. It is one of the Closutton brigade that we are going to plump for, and that's Aqua Force. Snapped up by JP McManus soon after her debut under rules at Gowran Park, and although the relative strength of that race is questionable, you can only beat what's put in front of you, and she did that by 28 lengths. Her new owner has come out to say that he'd taken an anti-post bet on Copacabana for this, so he's shortlisted, along with Home Hope, no drama. This end from Paul Nicholls' Ditch Eat Yard, and the rangy game of inches which is Paul Townend's choice. I've taken a pin for the donkey's tail for the champion bumper, and Aquaforce came out tops.